All right, welcome today on my YouTube channel. Today we have another topic, which is blood grouping. For those who have been following, who have done about antigen, who have done about antibodies, a lot of topics I've already covered, but today I want to cover on the topic blood grouping. Okay, so this is Sir Joseph Mazibuko. This is Sir Mazibuko. Please like and subscribe this YouTube channel. This is for all medical students or for nursing, BSMLS, radiology, whatever which is medical courses. You can follow my YouTube channel for your own goodness. Okay, so let's jump into today's topic. All right. So today we want to study blood grouping. But first of all, we have to understand what does the blood contain. Blood contains the plasma, which is the liquid portion of the blood, and it contains the cells, which are the WBCs, the RBCs, and the platelets. So when you're talking about blood grouping, many will focus on the RBCs, because on the RBCs they contain a specific thing which is used in blood grouping, which is called antigen. It may contain antigen A, or it may contain antigen B, or it may contain both. That is called AB groups. Or it may not contain anything. Those blood who does not contain antigen, they are called blood group O. Okay, so another thing we have to understand is like when blood is containing, on the surface of the RBC is containing antigen A. On the plasma, on the other hand, it is containing the opposite of that thing, which is if the blood contains antigen A, in the plasma there is anti-B antigen. It is the opposite. It is the opposite. A lot of people miss here. They say like when the blood group is A, it may contain A antigen and A antibody. No, they will cause the reaction. That will be an agglutination. So there will be an opposite. In the plasma, if there is anti-B antibody, it means on the surface of RBC there is A antigen. All right, don't confuse. Okay, so let's jump into it quickly. Now let's come to blood grouping. Okay, so as I've said, like when we call that the blood is group A, what does it contain? On the surface of RBC, on the surface, it has A antigen, but in the plasma of that blood there will be anti-B antibodies. Same when you talk about group B. When you say blood is group B, what does it contain? In the on the surface of that blood there will be antigen B, but in the plasma of that blood there will be anti-A antibodies. Okay, so what do you mean when you say blood group AB? When you say blood group AB, it means on the surface of that blood there's both antigen, which there's antigen A and there's antigen B. In this case there will be no antibodies available in the plasma. So there's no, because if any of the antibodies may be available, for example, anti-B antibody or an A antibody, one of them, if it may be available, it will cause agglutination, since the blood has both antigens, which are antigen A and antigen B. Okay, so let's go to the fourth group, which is blood group O. Blood group O, these are called universal donors because on their surface they does not contain any of the antigens, but in the plasma they have both anti-A and anti-B, which means that they cannot receive blood, any kind of blood, because there will be a reaction. All right, let's jump into it. Before the test, let's look at this. On top of that, a person has Rh factors on the surface of RBC. So if the Rh factors are available, the blood group change has a specific name. It will be in terms of positive or negative. That's if you have a blood group A, but on top of that A there's an LH factor. It means that is a blood group A positive. When you have a blood group, for example, blood group B, but don't have Rh factor, it means that blood is negative. That will be called blood B negative, because they don't have Rh factor. So this is a much important factor, because if the Rh factors you didn't consider them during blood transfusion, like you have mixed them, there will be an agglutination reaction which may cause death. All right, let's go to the test now. This, as you can see, this is the kit for the testing of blood. As you can see here, there's it comes into three. There's here we have the first bottle, which contain antibody, anti-A antibody. We call them anti-A antibody. The next one contains the anti-B antibody. Anti-B antibody, and the last one is contains Rh factor solution reagent, which means like that one, if there is a positive reaction on the D, on the tube labeled D, it means like the Rh factor is positive. If it does not cause any reaction, it means the HR factor is negative. All right, so this is the card. We call it a card, for testing card, where it is labeled A, B, and D. And in most in other situations, in other laboratories, it will be 4. Here there will be a control. A control is just to show that the reaction is helpful. The reaction is true. The control is there to show that the reaction is true. Okay, so let's dive into it. This I've already explained. Okay, so how does the reading of this blood grouping says? Okay, so as I've already explained about this, this is containing antibody A, this is containing antibody B, this is containing less factors, which are Rh factors. This is just a control, just to show that the testing is accurate. All right, so let's say in this first scenario, I don't know if you can see properly. In this first scenario, we have a blood sample. I don't know which patient or this one. We have a blood sample, and after the test was done, at the end of 15 minutes of waiting, even 10 minutes of waiting, this has come out to be the result. Like on the antibody A, there is a negative. Antibody B, there is negative also, but on the lysis factor, which is Rh factors, it is positive. On the control, it is negative again. So what kind of blood is this one? This one will be blood O, because on both there was no reactions. On both A and B there's no reaction. It is positive. Why is it positive? Because on the D, this is lysis factor, it is saying it is positive. That's why the whole result will be O, but O positive. O positive. Okay, let's go to another scenario. If you have a blood sample and the test result is like that, like there's no any agglutination, there's no any sign of agglutination on that card, you say like, is this not accurate? No, that means like both there is no. It means like that one is O negative. It doesn't have A, it doesn't have B, it doesn't have Rh factors, and the result is O, but O what? Negative. All right. Okay, so let's go again to the third scenario. Third scenario is like where the blood sample, after it was being tested, like there's an agglutination in A, and there's no agglutination in B, and there's an agglutination in Rh factors, and the control remains the same. So in this, what will be the result here? If there's an agglutination in A, it is A. But A what now? The A which is positive. Why are we saying positive? Because here on the RH factor, it is showing a positive reading. That's why it will be called A, but which A? A positive. All right, let's come here. Another scenario, patient number 4. Patient number 4, after the blood sample was been tested, it found out that on the A there is an agglutination, but all the other reaction there is no agglutination reaction. There is no here on B, there is no on RS factor. What do we call this kind of group? This group is A, but which A now? A negative. Why negative? Because on the RH factor reaction, there is no reaction. That's why it is A, but A negative. All right. Let's come to the patient number 5. Yeah, 5, yes. Number 5. On O, there's no on A, there's no agglutination. On B, there is agglutination, and on D, which is RH factor, there is also agglutination. What kind of result is this one? This is B, but B positive. This is B positive. Why positive? As I've already said, because on the RH factor there is agglutination. That's why it is B positive. Okay, let's come to number 6, patient number 6. On the patient number 6, there is no reaction on A, but there is a reaction on B now, and there is no reaction on RH factors. What kind of blood is this? This group is called B, but B negative. Why negative? Because in the RH factor there is no reaction. That's why it is B negative. All right, let's jump into patient number 7. Patient number 7. Patient number 7, there's a reaction on A, there's a reaction on B, there is a reaction on RH factors. Or we say like, maybe this sample is not correct. No, these are patients which are AB, but AB positive. They are AB, but AB positive. Why positive? Because on the RH factor, which is anti-D solution, there is also agglutination. All right, so that is called AB positive. All right, let's come to patient number 9. Patient number 9, there's agglutination on A, there's agglutination on B, but there's no reaction on the RH factor, which means this is blood group AB, but AB what? Negative. Why negative? There is no reaction on RH factors. Number 10. What does this mean? Number 10. There's a reaction on O, even on control again. Even on control, there's a reaction, there's agglutination. This one, it can happen. Yes, it happens in the men because we have also mistakes. This is invalid. This is not valid. There is a mistake. Maybe in the sample, maybe in the solution, maybe it has expired, maybe anything has happened. But the test was not accurate, so it will show inaccurate results. So you have to make sure when you're doing this sample that the blood is well treated, is well preserved. You have to make sure that the test kit, it has not expired, to avoid mistakes like mistake number 10 here. It is not valid. It is not what? It is not valid. It may be because the blood is rotten, has already hemolyzed, or it is maybe because the expired kit, or because there was a mistake somewhere. After there was a mistake somewhere, it will show like this. All right, let's finish. So these are the results. If you want to test for blood, that's how it is. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for understanding this topic. If you want the notes, please text me in my DM and you can have all the notes. If you want special classes, also I can make special videos for you. You can suggest them in the comment section below. Thank you so much.